31 to 115. And how about Nikola Jokic? He had a triple-double. This dude is special. Kawhi Leonard, 29-11. He almost had a triple-double, but James Harden could not get going this one. He finished with 11 points on 3 of 9 shooting. Time now to welcome in CBS Sports NBA insider Bill Ryder and CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez. And yeah, we have been talking for so long, not just the playoffs, but this season about the Joker needs help, right? He needs Jamal Murray to be what he was when they won the championship or what he was in the bubble. He scores 43, a very efficient night. What did you see, Bill, that he wasn't showing in previous games that allowed him to deliver in this big moment?
I saw glimmers of hope for Denver fans that want to keep trying to convince us that we've got Nikola Jokic, so we've got a chance. And Chris, you said it. As Jamal Murray goes, actually, so go the Nuggets, because Nikola Jokic is a lock. He's an all-time great. He shows up every single game. If you go back a couple seasons ago to that successful finals run for Denver, of the 20 playoff games they played that they culminated with the championship, Jamal Murray scored 30 or more points in 8 of those 20 games. They were 7-1 in games where he got to that 30-point or higher threshold, had a few 40-point games over that stretch like he did tonight. Since then, entering tonight, in 17 playoff games for Denver, he'd only had 2. So part of the reason the Nuggets weren't as successful last year, part of the reason it had been an even series up until this point, is just what you said, Chris. Nikola Jokic needs help. He needs support. He needs offense. And when Jamal Murray played at a really high level, when he became that guy who has the highest scoring average jump in NBA history, by the way, from the regular season to the postseason, when he really solidified that, it was 2 years ago. When he did what he did tonight again and again and again, it's an if, because he did do it last year. But if what we saw tonight can be a pattern, Denver's ceiling is really, really high this postseason.
Yeah, that two-man game, this is something that Bill and I have been clamoring for all season long, because going back to 2 years ago when they had that two-man game cooking, they won a championship. And then tonight, Jamal Murray did something that he did for the second half of the season, but it was slow to do at the beginning of the year, which was hunt his shots, really be aggressive offensively. He goes for 43 points, also has 7 assists, had 8 threes tonight, including a heat check 3 in the fourth quarter when he was really feeling it. But it wasn't just the offensive game that he had tonight. He was active at both ends of the floor. He had 3 steals, including in the fourth quarter, a clear path, the steal that led to a clear path foul by the Clippers when the Clippers were going on a run that really stopped the bleeding for the Nuggets, and the Nuggets were able to pull away. And Chris, you had mentioned that the Joker needs help offensively. Well, tonight he got it not just from Jamal Murray, but the entire starting cast. All 5 of them were in double figures. Christian Brown went for a double-double, and then Russell Westbrook. Sometimes he gives, sometimes he takes away. Tonight he gave. He missed game 4, but tonight he went for 21 points, almost outscored the Clippers bench all by himself. So Joker didn't have a great shooting night. He facilitated it, had a triple-double, 12 assists, but it was the supporting cast that scored.
Yeah, the supporting cast really understood their assignment in this one. The 43 points for Jamal Murray, the most points in a playoff game at home in Nuggets history. Now, for James Harden in the Clippers, right, James did not bring that aggressiveness that we've seen before, and he only had 11 points, 3 of 9 shooting. John, what did you see from him, or maybe the Nuggets, that prevented him from going off like we've been used to seeing during his special career?
You're telling me that James Harden no-showed in a big game? I'm shocked. Clippers fans are shocked. Sixers fans before them are shocked. Houston Rockets fans can't believe it. Everybody is just blown away by this. 3 of 9 tonight, only 11 points, 0 for 2 from 3. Only took 2 threes. James Harden, Mr. Prolific from beyond the arc, only took 2 threes. 5 of 8 from the free throw line, a guy who's almost automatic when he gets to the line. And here's the big one. 4 turnovers. The team only had 10 turnovers. He had 4 of them. He was not good tonight. Actively kind of hurt them. I mean, Zubac had a team-high 27 points. Kawhi Leonard almost went for a triple-double. For James Harden to no-show in a critical Game 5 when your season, I'm not going to say it's on the line because, you know, each team now had one big win, one easy win, and the other 3 games were super close. But James Harden no showing offensively could have been the difference between getting you back into this game when you went on that fourth quarter run if he had shown up and actually joined in with Zubac as he was scoring in the fourth quarter, and now you're going back down a game with your season on the line in LA because James Harden maybe he shows up, maybe he gets on the plane and goes to LA, but you know, nobody knows.
I was going to say, where was this wisdom before I predicted the Clippers? But it was with John, who laid it out before the series. If I had the flexibility, gentlemen, to kick myself right now on camera, I would kick myself right now on camera, because you knew the Clippers could win this series if James Harden could not be James Harden. But if he plays like a playoff debacle, and he shoots like a playoff debacle, and he walks like a playoff debacle, he's probably a playoff debacle. We've seen this story so many times, and it's so frustrating because, as John knows, all I've done is insult the Clippers all year. I went to their opening party in their opening arena at the start of the season and said they're not going to amount to anything. And I live in LA, and I kept going and kept doubting what they were about. Kawhi came back, and it was hard to believe he'd be healthy. And James Harden was excellent. Norman Powell figured out another level offensively. And here we are. You were right, Sean. I should have seen it. I should have known it. I should have known that history repeats itself. This is a Clippers team that can do special things if James Harden can be the guy he's supposed to be. But he always does this, and you reference it. He did it in Philly. He did it in Houston. He did it again in this game. And the most, I think, damning part of his performance, and John already hit on this, is the lack of aggression, is the unwillingness to take those shots, is the fear to just say, you know what, we're having a moment here and it's not a good one. I'm going to try to put this team on my back. If that is how James Harden's going to play in this series, and he has done this in almost every playoff run of his career, the Clippers aren't the team we thought they were, because, again, Harden's not the player that he should be at this time of year.
Right, because it's one thing to lose when you unload the clip, right? You've done everything. It's another when, yeah, you're not even looking to score. When you understand who you are? You're James Harden, okay? You won an MVP for a reason. Now, as we look ahead, gentlemen, to Game 6, we know that it's going to be super tough for the Denver Nuggets to close out L.A. Bill, who do you believe is going to have the edge in that one?
John, you know this is like Chris, you too. You hear these cliches your whole life, and you hate it when coaches and players spew them, and you realize some of the cliches are real, and you have to embrace it. I like the Clippers' chance to at least force a Game 7. You put this behind you. You get back to basics. Somebody grabs James Harden by the lapels or whispers in his ear or pulls him into the office or whatever is going to reach him and says, you got to, as Chris said, unload that clip. But if the Clippers can just go home, play at the level that they're supposed to, focus on what they're great at, get a great performance from Kawhi Leonard, I don't know that we're going to get another Jamal Murray 43-point masterclass. If the Clippers can just get back to basics, win at home, win a Game 6, and we know that anything can happen in a Game 7.
Bill Ryder, John Gonzalez, thanks so much for the insight as always. And again, Jamal Murray, he turned up on this night. Most points in a playoff game in Ball Arena since 2000. He's got the second most, tied with Anthony Edwards, 43, and then the other was Damian Lillard in 2021, who put up, 55 points. Coming up, it was the Jamal Murray show on this night. Nikola Jokic, yeah, he didn't have to carry the team as much as he did. Highlights next.
Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Lại là mình đây. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục đi tô màu để cho các bạn cùng xem. Và ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu những sản phẩm, đó là những con vật, đó là những đồ vật, hoa quả, vân vân. Để làm được video tô màu thì mình sẽ chuẩn bị những dụng cụ, đó là đầu tiên là điện thoại này. Điện thoại để quay lại quá trình mình làm. Đây là bút sáp màu này. Đấy, mình sẽ tiến hành tô màu và mời các bạn cùng theo dõi quá trình mình tô màu. Và mình mong rằng các bạn hãy ấn like và đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình. Mình cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều.
Mình sẽ tiếp tục tô bằng nhau.
Khi anh đọc được nói nó lấy cả web Google thì các bạn lấy rồi nha, anh bây giờ cái này anh bây giờ cái này mình đang xây